Hey, this video is in reference to Drum Roll Please, which was shot earlier today about the Sunset Strip and my cousin being a drummer in a band that used to play on the strip. Just so you know, he was a victim of a brutal car accident back in 1991. On St. Patrick's Day, 1991, him and his friends and his wife at the time was playing basketball at the park, and after the game was over, he got in the back of his truck, and his friend was driving home, and him and his friend, excuse me, it's a tough story. Him and his friend were in the back of a truck, and his other friend was driving, obviously, and his now ex-wife was in the front seat. Well, on the way home, he was broadsided by a full-size Bronco. And pretty major blow, obviously, a full-size Bronco against a Nissan pickup truck, which totaled the Nissan, obviously threw Chris and one of his best friends outside the truck. His friend was killed instantly. Chris suffered a massive head injury. His wife was pregnant at the time and lost the child, and the driver was seriously injured as well. That being said, major car accident. Chris was rushed to the hospital with a massive head injury. And thank God he's here today. The driver of the Bronco was an illegal alien, and I'll just say his first name, Antonio. Antonio was an illegal alien from Mexico, which I have no problem with Mexican people. I think they're wonderful folks. But he was here illegally. Shouldn't have been here in the first place. But Antonio decided to get shit-faced that day and get behind the wheel and destroy people's lives. You should have seen the size of my cousin's head in the hospital. It was this big. And I'm not kidding. It was this big. Tubes coming out of it. It was horrible. His wife at the time was pregnant. She had a miscarriage. And one of his best friends got killed instantly. That should have been the first thing I said, but I didn't. He got killed instantly. And his other friend suffered severe injuries, but he's okay. He's fine. Anyway, so Antonio got a mugshot taken That's it, just a mugshot. Because there were no witnesses to the accident, supposedly. So Antonio got a free pass that night because there were no witnesses. Until the next day, I guess some witnesses came forward. Guess where Antonio went? He went back to Mexico. So, just goes to show you, folks. This is a big deal. This is a real big deal with illegals coming over from Mexico, Central America. Okay? People come up here that are not supposed to be here, that don't have a driver's license to be here in the first place, and kill people and ruins people's lives. Well, thank God Chris made a good recovery. And you can hear it in his voice that he has a speech impediment. But thank God he had Loma Linda to get him through this. And it took him years to recover from this. And he deals with it every day. The embarrassment of him having to have a speech impediment, the way he walks, talks, does everything in his life, because of Antonio. Because Antonio decided to jump the wall and come over to America for free. Maybe you think that, oh, come on over. It's so, we're being inhumane and all this. Until it happens to your family member that gets whacked by a drunk driver that's not supposed to be here in the first place. Yes, we have American drunk drivers too. I understand that. But it makes it even worse when they're not supposed to be here in the first place. Let me give you a statistic that's going to make you puke. Last year, 2018, ICE reports 80,000 DUI arrests, illegal aliens. 80,000 illegal aliens arrested for DUIs. 80,000 people. 80,000 that are not supposed to be here in the first place got arrested by a DUI. 80,000 people. That's 219 people per day that are not supposed to be here. So you're telling me your daughter's out, going to the grocery store, going to school, gets slammed by a Bronco, breaks her neck, and she's dead. But you don't want a wall? Shame on you. Wall, barrier, whatever. I don't care what it is. They don't need to be here illegally. We need the good ones here. We need to make sure they're okay. Follow the rules. Get a driver's license legally. We need to know that they can drive a vehicle. We need to know that they're good people. Not a bunch of drunks behind the wheel. Mexico City, one of the highest DUI cities in the world. This is serious, and this is just one thing. 80,000 DUI arrests last year, 2018, 219 people per day. Thank God my cousin can play. That's all I have to say is thank God my cousin can play. So, I hope you people can support Donald Trump on this. And I hope he does shut down the border to shut it up. And to get these illegals off the streets, send them back to where they came from, and do it the right way. Do it the right way, people, because that's the only way. So, anyway, if you like what I had to say, click the buttons, turn the notifications on, and do all that stuff. Share this video, please, because I think it's important that we keep these peoples off the streets and get them out from the wheel when they're drunk. Amen. Good night. Peace out.